Hello, everyone. My name is Maureen Martinez. Thank you for coming on such short notice. Today, I'll be talking about the five stages of relationship development and why it's important to us. So, when we hear relationship, we automatically might jump to thinking of boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant other, but we have and can face a variety of different relationships in our life, including relationships with our coworkers and our management to relationships with our friends and our family. So having these important relationships and having important boundaries is crucial. It will influence our mental health. And if we don't have positive relationships in our life, we won't have a good support system, and that can also negatively impact us. So Notman and Taylor in 1973 came up with the social petulation theory, which describes the five stages in a relationship. The first one is orientation, where the two people meet and they share public information, things that might be common knowledge about somebody or things that are very baseline and that don't dig too deep into somebody. Here you might see if you have a relationship with a coworker, you see every and pass by every once in a while, and you start developing a relationship. And the second stage is communication, which is bound by appropriateness because the communication that we have with our family won't be the same that we have with our coworkers. But it's when you start to reveal more about yourself. It's different than a date, and it's different than if you were just to have a regular day at work. But this is where many disclosures happen and where you kind of choose, okay, this is somebody I want to entertain, or this is not somebody I want to entertain. And this also is disclosed as an experimentation phase, which is, again, just getting to know through small talk and shared activities. Next stage is intensification, which is where this relationship develops deep and you guys start to form a connection over emotional bonds. So it's slightly deeper than disclosure, but it's across broad subjects. So if you have casual relationships with a friend, and at this stage, many relationships don't pass this threshold because a lot of people we see, okay, maybe I don't want to go further than this, or I do want to go further than this. And this stage is really where you get to kind of choose, are we going to dig deep or are we going to leave it where it is? The next stage is interrogation, which you kind of start to merge lives. You have at this point chosen this is somebody that I want in my life. So how can I add them to mine and how can I be added to theirs? And this is where you form a strong, cohesive unit. And finally is bonding, formalizing, and finalizing the relationship. So this is through commitment, like marriage or partnerships. This is if you in a relationship, if you choose to move in with somebody, this is just a finalizing, putting a stamp on the relationship that this is something that I want. And a lot of relationships might skip from stage one to straight to stage five. And so during the relationships and we see how fast they come up, they also typically fall just as fast. So why we have these stages is important to develop a strong relationship on each one of these levels so that you guys can face hard times, you guys can face troubleships without facing one another. So when you guys go through hardships, you're not also going against each other, you guys are with each other facing these hard times. So we have a few we have we have a few topics that will positively influence a relationship as well as negatively influence a relationship. We see that through communication, having trust and honesty, mutual respect, and conflict resolution. These are four of the main important topics that you must have in a relationship to get through tough times and to override all the things that can happen in a relationship. We also have many challenges that can quickly have a relationship be undeveloped, like miscommunication, cultural differences, and distance or time. Finally, in 1978, Naps also disclose the dual staircase challenges. So just like a relationship rises and goes through all these stages, it also goes through 5 stages of decline if a relationship is not working out. So all in all, it takes effort and understanding from two parties. You're having two individuals who come from completely different backgrounds and raised completely differently, coming together to form one unit, which can be hard. But when you have healthy relationship development, you then in turn create healthy relationships that can be long lasting and mutually beneficial to one another. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I hope you have a great day.